Private area, so you can't cut in.
Why can I not?
It's a private car park, sir.
It's a public car.
Public area.
Okay, first of all, can you identify yourself properly for me?
Police officer.
Okay, yep. But who are you?
I'm asking you to leave a private area.
I'm asking you to identify yourself properly.
I'm asking you.
If you identify, then we'll engage.
Okay, I'm Sergeant Brown.
Thank you.
From Showdown Police Station. My column number is 2374.
Thank you very much, Sergeant.
You're in a private car park.
Okay, so what says that I can't? What says that I can't come here?
This is a private car park.
It doesn't say private.
Excuse me, I'm asking you to leave.
It doesn't say private.
Okay, I'm asking you to leave a private car park.
Okay, it's public property.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Who pays for it?
This is a police station.
Who paid for it?
For private police vehicles.
No, it doesn't
police
say that.
personnel.
It doesn't say that.
Okay,
I've broken no laws.
Okay.
I've broken no laws.
Okay, I'm asking you to leave the police
but I've broken no laws. Okay, it is a
You're
public.
trespassing.
No, I'm not trespassing.
You are
trespassing.
trespassing.
Is civil.
Okay.
Trespass is
You're
civil.
creating a breach of the peace, which you can be arrested for.
Okay,
removed,
so where's the member of the public?
Excuse me.
Okay, there is no member of the public, so it can't be breach of the.
Welcome back, everyone, and buckle up, because what we're about to watch is not your everyday police encounter. This is a tense standoff between a citizen auditor and a sergeant who seems to believe that his word alone can rewrite the law. On one side, you've got a calm but firm auditor, armed with knowledge of UK legislation, media rights, and public access rules. On the other, a visibly irritated officer who leans on authority rather than legal grounding. This clash isn't just about where someone can stand or film. It's about who really understands the law and who's just bluffing. And here's the twist. As the sergeant keeps escalating with talk of trespass and breach of the peace, the auditor never flinches. Instead, he demands clarity, asks for the specific law, and keeps dismantling the officer's shaky claims. Stick with this.
No,
Okay. If you show me the law, I will gladly move.
Okay.
That's not a problem at all with me.
Okay, I'm asking you to move, and I'm telling you, you're creating a breach of the peace by being here.
What breach of the peace? What breach of the peace? There is no member of the public
You'll be arrested for a breach of the peace, and you will be removed.
There is no member of the public here, sir. Okay, so as I said to you, if you can tell me which law it is, okay, to do with breach of the peace, then I will actually deal with that.
I'm asking you to remove yourself.
And I said that I do not have to move. Okay? I do not have to move.
I'm telling you that you do.
No, whether or not you tell me and what the law is,
you will be removed.
Whether or not,
if you removed,
and that will be completely unlawful.
Because the way this unfolds reveals more about modern policing than any textbook could. You're going to see arrogance, contradictions, and finally, a surprising turn that changes the entire mood of the encounter. Here's where things heat up. The sergeant throws out breach of the peace like it's his golden ticket to end the conversation. But legally, that's not how it works. In UK law, breach of the peace isn't a catch-all excuse to remove someone. It specifically requires the likelihood of violence, disorder, or real alarm to bystanders. Yet, look around. There are no bystanders. There's no public disorder. The only raised voice comes from the officer himself.
That I can't be here. No, which law that I can't be here?
Told you to prevent a breach of the peace.
Breach of the peace isn't the law to do with where I stand on public property.
Can occur in private or public property.
Yeah, and this is public property.
Yes, exactly. So
no,
you approach me.
You approach me.
And you, by being here, are the cause of that breach of the peace.
No,
so
you came to me.
Removed if you
came to me. Okay.
You will be removed.
Do you know who the MPCC are? Yes. Do you know who the MPCC are?
I don't need to answer that question.
Okay. Well, you might want to read that then.
I don't need to read that.
Well, you should read it.
I'm telling you, you're on private property.
And before you actually say anything, okay, and this is from the MPCC, okay, and then read that, and then you'll see that I can be here and I can film.
I don't need to read that.
Okay. So
that's why the auditor immediately flips the question back. Who is being disturbed? This is not just clever debating. It's a precise legal strike. And it shows that when officers stretch the law beyond its limits, citizens can hold the line by simply knowing their rights. The auditor doubles down, warning that any attempt to remove him under false claims would be completely unlawful. And he's right. Courts have consistently ruled that breach of the peace powers must never be abused as shortcuts to silence lawful activity. What's really happening here is classic. When officers lack concrete legislation to back up their demands, they often lean on intimidation tactics.
Recording?
I don't need to. You do. You do. You collect data under data protection laws, okay? And on your actual own website, you're meant to inform the members of the public when you turn your body camera on at the first available moment. Okay? So, and I will be requesting a copy of that footage. So make sure that you don't delete it. Okay? If you have the correct signage, I want to come in. Okay?
I'm telling you, it's private. I'm telling you, informing you, a police officer's telling you,
regardless,
private area, there's private.
It doesn't state that.
Private vehicles here.
No,
okay. There are private.
It's public information.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've informed you.
Okay.
I've informed you as a police officer. This is a private area, okay?
It doesn't
and
state
I'm
that.
asking you to leave.
If you can show me where it states that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
No, whether or not you tell me,
okay.
what you tell me does not trump what my legal right is.
Okay. No, I'm asking
okay, and it doesn't trump what my legal right is.
If you remain here, you'll be removed.
Okay, by who?
By myself.
By who?
By myself.
Okay, and I told you, if you...
But here's the twist. Instead of being intimidated, the auditor is the one holding the sergeant accountable. It flips the usual power dynamic on its head. The uniform no longer controls the narrative. The law does. This part speaks volumes. The auditor politely presents the NPCC Media Guidelines, an official document confirming the right to film in public areas. You'd think a professional officer would at least glance at it, right? Wrong. The sergeant flat out refuses to read it. That moment reveals everything. He's not interested in law or clarity, only in control. And here's the irony. The very code of ethics that governs police behavior requires them to remain open-minded, informed, and fair. By rejecting clear guidance, the sergeant isn't just ignoring the auditor, he's ignoring his own professional duty. And the camera captures it all.
At all that states private.
I'm informing you.
You informing me saying private, okay? I can tell you, okay, I'm the Prime Minister, okay? And it makes no difference what I say, because there's no way of actually backing that up.
I'm telling you, by your presence here, you're creating a breach of the peace. Okay?
I'm not creating that breach of the peace.
Which you can be arrested.
Who approached who? Who approached
your
who?
Your presence here.
No.
No. Because if you weren't here,
approached who?
If you weren't here, I would.
Well, you don't have to be here.
I do.
No, you do
you're
not.
In a private police area.
It doesn't state private.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't state private, and it's not a restricted area. It's not a restricted area because there's no barriers or nothing. Okay. So there is nothing there. Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you.
Good.
Just let you know I'm recording.
No worries. Thank you very much. Can you just identify yourself properly for me, please?
I can say I'm Richard, PCSO 5992.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. So, what are you up?
I'm just filming a public building. Okay, you know who the NPCC are, yeah? Okay. Yeah. So, are you fully aware of what they do?
Well, let's see. You can have a look at the letter.
Yeah, please do.
Fine.
Please do, and I'm glad that you did, okay? And it's good that a PCSO has actually taken that up, okay? When you've got an actual sworn constable there, that wouldn't actually take that to actually have a look.
Oh, I can always, you can always read things. I mean,
Yeah, no, by all means. That's why I carry that on me, and that's the reason why the NPCC actually got involved, is because we have the right to actually do this. And that's why I would say thank you to you for actually taking that and actually having a read of it. And you can see how important it is to actually have documents.
Notice how the sergeant leans heavily on his uniform, repeating, "I'm telling you," as though that trumps legislation. This is policing by assertion, not by law. But in a democracy, an officer's authority isn't absolute. It flows from the law itself. Without signage, statutes, or lawful orders, his word carries no more weight than anyone else's. And here's the dramatic irony. By refusing to justify himself with facts, the sergeant actually weakens his own position. He's making it painfully clear that this standoff isn't about public safety. It's about ego. And the audience at home can see that as clearly as the auditor does. Enter the PCSO, and instantly the entire tone shifts. Unlike the sergeant, he identifies himself properly, announces his body camera is recording, and even agrees to read the auditor's document.
You said yes, I've shown you that document, okay, and you're listening and you're being reasonable with the actual conversation.
Yeah.
Now, you've decided to actually come up and actually engage and actually have a face-to-face intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
Whereas that sergeant came out, was very rude, very aggressive. Sergeant, if I get an apology, I will make my way. Okay, now I can't get fairer than that. The way in which you approached me and the manner in which you did, right, and with what you actually threatened me with, okay, was wrong and out of order. As I said, if I get an apology from you, I will make my way, no problems. Pardon?
I don't think I threatened you.
Did you threaten me with arrest?
I said it was a possibility that you
No,
could be arrested.
you told me I would be.
If you,
Okay, which is a threat.
You're in a private police car park.
It's not. There's no sign that states
Right
private.
of access is not granted.
Well, no, there is no implied right of access. Well, under Section 33 of the Criminal Justice Act of 1972,
This is night and day policing. Professional, respectful, open to dialogue. What's striking here is how quickly tensions de-escalate when an officer simply follows protocol and treats the public with dignity. It's proof that good policing isn't about flexing authority. It's about listening, communicating, and applying the law fairly. And the auditor? He responds with respect in return. This is how it should look. This is the turning point. After all the bluster, the auditor makes a reasonable offer. Give me an apology, and I'll leave peacefully. That's not hostility. That's a fair compromise. But the sergeant digs in, dodging responsibility until the auditor corners him with his own words.
it states private.
I'm informed you.
Did I come through a gate? No, what you inform, Sergeant, what you inform, okay, and what the law is are two different things completely. That's why I've just said to you, right, I get an apology, I will make my way and I will bid you good day. Well, I'm not going to be threatened by you.
I haven't meant any harm to you. I've been out, I've engaged with you.
Well, no, you shouldn't threaten people. As soon as you approached me, you were very aggressive.
I've not been aggressive.
Yes, you were when you first
don't
approached
believe
me.
I was.
Well, first of all, you didn't even want to identify. Okay, I had to. It makes no difference. Okay, I don't have to give you that.
Okay. So you don't want to identify yourself?
Okay. Well, if you want to call me anything, call me Plod.
Okay. Well, I prefer to call you by your, if that's not your name, your real name.
Well, you don't know if that is or not.
I don't know.
Okay, and that's why I'm saying.
That's why
Didn't you threaten me with arrest? The tension peaks. Finally, when pressed, the sergeant mutters an apology, admitting in essence that his aggression was misplaced. And in that single moment, the entire encounter shifts from confrontation to resolution. It's the auditor who walks away with dignity intact, and the sergeant who's left visibly deflated. And there you have it. What started as a heavy-handed attempt to push someone off private land ended in an apology from the officer himself. Along the way, we saw the misuse of breach of the peace, the refusal to consider official guidelines, and the stark contrast between two types of policing, one driven by ego, the other by professionalism. The lesson? Knowledge is power. When citizens know their rights, they can stand firm even in the face of intimidation.
Is it right to threaten somebody with arrest? Is it right to threaten somebody with arrest for doing a lawful activity?
It's debatable whether it was lawful activity, wasn't it? You're on private property.
No, it doesn't state private property. It does not state private property.
I'm telling you.
Okay, and what you got to remember, okay, is it's public property.
I've informed you that this is a private police car park with private.
Well, there's nothing up there that states private.
I understand that, but I've informed you several times.
Okay,
It's private.
and I also did ask
Private
you.
access is not there.
I also did actually ask you
Yeah.
to give me the correct law
Okay.
for that, and I said that if you could give me that as well, that I would also make my way.
It's a breach of the peace.
It's not a breach of the peace.
To
Hang
me,
on. You tried to come out with breach of the peace, okay? You tried to come out with trespass,
Okay. Yeah.
right?
You informed me of civil, which I agree with.
Right? Yeah. Right. You then also tried to come out with literally to do with me,
I didn't come out with anything else. I came out with the breach of the peace until you were trespassing in the private police car park.
and as I said to you, okay, there are no signs there, so
I
there is no
understand
law that has
I'm
been
not
broken.
I'm not debating that. I agree with you.
Okay, so if you actually agree with me, I'm doing nothing wrong.
If I've upset you and offended you, I apologise.
Okay? Right, and that's all I was looking for. Okay, so I say thank you very much for your apology.
Thank you.
Right, and I'll bid you good day.
Thank you.
See, that's exactly all what it needed to be like. Okay, and can I say to yourself, thank you very much for your time. Okay, I really do appreciate it. Okay, and do have a lovely day.
So now we want to hear from you. Was the sergeant simply overstepping, or was he genuinely trying to maintain order? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you found this breakdown as eye-opening as we did, hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more real-world courtroom and street encounter breakdowns. Until next time, stay sharp, stay informed, and always know your rights.